I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight to Life Sciences How to Eat to Live Facebook channel, Nature's V, and Nature's V Autoimmune Disease Foundation YouTube channel. Tonight we're doing a product review of the supplement OU7 and IB100 with Mr. Rodney Asaad Muhammad. How are you tonight, Mr. Muhammad?
I'm doing well. Thank Allah. Thank you, brother.
Oh, no
Yeah.
problem. Um, we're here because of a issue that you were dealing with, that you were dealing with in your health, and that issue had us to have a conversation as related to that. Why don't you tell our
Yes.
viewing audience what it is you were dealing with, and give them an update of what is taking place as it relates to your health and your use of the supplements in Nature's V.
Right. Okay. And if you can't just indulge me just for a moment, brother Eric Ahad, several years ago. Now, some people may know about our sister Tanya Renee Muhammad. May Allah be pleased with her, my late wife. And at her passing, nearly 7 years ago, I was still traveling as a speaker, and I ended up going to Hawaii and teaching at a military base there, a Marine base. And so I did a workshop there. And then while there, though, I started kind of feeling ill. I don't know what it was. I thought maybe something I
Mm,
ate, maybe something on the base. They give me something. I didn't know. I was really questioning, like, what's going on? Why am I feeling this way? And I attributed it originally because I was very ill. I mean, to the point where I really literally thought I was going to die. Something's wrong with me. Leading up to 10, 10, 15. If anybody goes back and look at the pictures from 10, 10, 15, I had lost so much weight. I was just skin and bones. And I'm thinking, well, Allah, if this is my lot, then so be it. But this is just what it is. I don't know what's going on, right? And now I've traveled I've been to every single state in the union in terms of the continental United States, including Alaska and every island in Hawaii. So I've been to nearly every province in Canada. So I've traveled all over, right? And so um, and so I used to realize that that sometimes when I would get up in the morning, I go outside, I start coughing, and I thought maybe it's just okay
oh,
allergies, maybe the air quality or something like that,
yeah.
right? And
Okay.
just have these this little coughing fit, and then at some point it go away. Okay, I didn't think nothing of it. Maybe it's because I'm a speaker and I'm traveling and I'm always talking and something like that. I figured maybe it's that my lungs are dry and should drink more water. Anyway, well, when that happened 7 years ago, at some point, I ended up doing the sweat lodge, right? When we went to 10, 10, 15, some of us got a chance to be in NEPI and went through that process. Coming back, felt a little better, but still was not feeling well. Something's wrong. I don't know what it is. No doctors could find out what was happening. Okay, fine. But I started getting better after that. Okay, fine. I'm back feeling great. Okay, cool. Fast forward last year, nearly a year to the date coming up, maybe 2 more months. Um, um, Out of the blue, I just started feeling very bad. And no, let me circle back. I'm sorry, brother. The correction on that. About this time or December of the year previous, so almost 2 years, I've been training and working out with my trainer, and one day I just felt winded, like I
Mm,
wasn't getting enough oxygen. And I was telling him, man, it's like I'm not getting enough oxygen. Something's wrong.
mm,
And I mean, physically I felt strong, but I had to step outside like something's wrong, man. I'm not getting oxygen
wow.
and I'm feeling dizzy, lightheaded. Some I don't know. He said, "Well, maybe just take a break. We'll just go lighter." We thinking it's just workout related something, you know.
Mm,
And and then of course a few more months later, started feeling this lightheadedness, not getting oxygen. It's like I'm not inhaling completely. Something's up. And then so I started becoming ill, where it's like I had a flu, and I only probably had a flu maybe twice in my life. Um, I don't get colds. I mean, I'm a registered member of the Nation of Islam. I practice how to eat to live, and so I wasn't used to that kind of stuff. So I started getting this coughing and a lot of phlegm and just fatigued and just tired and lethargic. But I was still out here grinding, still doing what I do, still moving and shaking, still working my businesses and going and going and going and going, right? But I thought I had like a little cold bug, and then at some point I thought maybe it's COVID related. I don't know. Let me go to the doctor. So I went to a doctor. Doctor says, okay, well, you seem fine. I'm not picking up anything. you know what? Let's get some blood work done. Okay, cool. Go get the blood work done. And I went to another lady, another doctor. So that doctor, I was like, you didn't tell me anything. Let me go to another doctor. And that doctor, she said allergies. But ma'am, I'm running this little fever, and it's like 101, 102. I'm just something's not right. And she said, well, it's just allergies. You probably just it seems like allergies. You probably suffer from allergies, not knowing that fever and allergies don't connect. You don't say you had a fever and say allergies. Just that doesn't work. So anyway, but I'm not knowing that because I'm not a medical professional at all. It's just me giving my testimony. And so I said, okay, well, fine, maybe that. So she prescribed some allergy medication. Now, I'm not going to take the stuff, but hey, she prescribed it. Thank you. But I'm not taking this stuff. So I go home. I still kind of do what I do. And it got to a point, Brother Eric, and everybody watching, it got to a point to where I could not even get out of the bed. Now, anybody that knows me, like people that know me, like people that know me. Now, some people know of me, but people that know me, like you, Brother Eric, God, you know, 30 years, you know me. You know how I move. You know how I move. I'm going to get it all day, every day, if I can. And so for me to be in the bed where I can't get up and go get the money, you know it's got to be serious. You know it's got to be serious. So it got to a point where I couldn't even get out of the bed. I mean, I had lost like 40, 50 pounds. Now, I'm not no big dude, like, oh, he's a big chunky fella, the 50 pounds, he look good. No. I was only about 185, 190 pushing it, maybe. At 6 feet tall, so that's pretty decent. But to lose 40 to 50 pounds in a week or two, something's wrong. So I went to another doctor. He did tests, COVID tests. I'm not seeing, maybe get the chest x-ray or something. Okay. No, it told me nothing. Back home. Still not feeling, I'm not running a fever of 104 constantly.
Wow.
I'm running 104 for 2 weeks straight. I had a fever of over 101 degrees constantly. It never dropped below 100 degrees ever. 2 weeks straight. I'm in a bed. I can't even make it up and down the stairs. I could barely get out of the bed to go even use the restroom. It took every ounce of energy to even go use the restroom.
Wow. I
could barely eat. I'm like, okay, Allah, if this is my lot, this is what it is. I don't know this. I'm not thinking this is how my story ends, but hey, here I am. These are the cards. I got to play the hand, right? But I'm not knowing what's going on, and nobody's giving me answers. So watch, it got to a point to where I'm having trouble breathing. I'm coughing. I'm having these coughing fits, Brother Eric, and everybody watching. I'm having these coughing fits to where I would cough nonstop. I'm talking continuously for like 5 to 10 minutes nonstop. And I couldn't control it. I couldn't stop it. Just cough to where it's in your stomach coughing, to where my stomach's hurting, my chest is hurting, my head is hurting. I mean, I'm getting a headache, migraine from coughing so much. And I'm just crying. All I could do was cry because I don't know what to do. Nobody's giving me answers.
Right.
And I'm laid up in the bed, and I don't know what this is. I'm okay, Allah. This is it. But okay, so I'm doing all that, and then my brother Eric Asaad, he said, you said this to me even earlier on in all of this timeline that's going on. He said, brother, you need to come pick up the supplement. Oh yes, sir. Okay, yes, sir, Brian, get over there. Okay, and you're not pushy like that. In business you put a little pushy, but in regular stuff, nah. But you didn't push it. You didn't say, brother, you need to come get this. You need to take this. This is gonna help you. You didn't do none of that. He said, brother, next time you talk to me, how you feel? Oh, brother, why haven't you come and pick up the supplement? I got it for you. It's right here for you. Do you need me to bring it to you? No, blah, blah, whatever I was saying, being silly. And so watch, it got to a point to where I came by the house. Finally, I put some sense in my head. And I came by the house. You packaged it up real nice, right? He said, brother, come get the stuff. Yeah, okay, brother, I'm come through. Because I'm at the end now. I'm like, I have nothing. And when all else fails, then comes Islam. right? So I need some peace in my life and some kind of resolution to this. And I said, well, let me go and oh, I'm gonna say something later about this. Ooh, because that just revealed something to me right there, what I just said. But watch this now. And so I get by the house. I'm not feeling. I'm still kind of whatever, but I'm just barely pushing. I'm telling you, I'm hurting, brother Eric. And
I
so I
remember.
drive. I drive to the house. I get the supplement. You told me what to do, right? You say, okay, brother, here's how you utilize this supplement. And okay, cool. I'll tell you this, and I don't, I ain't got a lot of nobody because I can fight, right? And so I'll tell you, I got it that night, and I followed, what I was given told to do and how to do it and everything to get the maximum benefits, and I did that, and I did the first night, and I did it the second night. Now I'm still running 100 and something fever, but then the fever finally broke after day 2.
Mm.
Fever broke. I'm like, fever. Oh man, now I'm like 99. Well, they said 98.6 is the normal. Well, now I'm 99. I think I'm in there now. Then
Right.
third day goes by, right? Now we back down. I'm like, okay, fever done broke. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. I'm finally getting over. Yeah, maybe because the fever done broke. I'm thinking it's just something else. Like it's just finally done resolved itself. Not equating the two events that I'm taking the supplement as suggested.
Right.
And my fever done broke. Now watch this now, where I couldn't even get out the bed. I mean, brother Eric, I couldn't even leave the room. It was, it was, oh Allah. Man, it was bad. Nobody knew. Nobody knew except like yourself, brother Terry, Sister Tracy, and just maybe a couple other people that we let kind of know, right? And and so after day 3, going into day 4, brother Eric, I had so much energy. It was insane. I was up, moving, can get up and down the stairs. I'm like, oh man, I feel great. Wow. Maybe it's just a cold bug I had, a little flu bug or something. Yeah, that's what it. Yeah, I'm feeling great. Now let me get back out there and get the business because I'm feeling so great. I can get now my I got this massive pain in my chest on the side because I figure because of the coughing, because I remember one moment when I had a coughing fit and it was so violent. It was so violent. I'm telling you, I'm in full tears, right? Because I'm in so much pain and discomfort. And I coughed. I heard something pop, pop, and I went and all I felt was just excruciating pain on the right side of my chest. And I'm like, oh Allah, I don't know whatever just happened. That's bad.
Right.
And then I couldn't watch. It hurt so bad I couldn't even cough anymore for fear of the pain I felt from coughing because of the pain. So we gotta think. Not only coughing fit, but now I have to try to resist coughing because the pain is so excruciating from the pain while trying to cough. You got to know what I mean. Now, my pain tolerance is high. It says Tracy attested that. I got a high pain tolerance. So for me to be down, for me to be saying something hurt, you got to know it's painful.
Yes, sir.
Right now, so watch now. So okay, so I'm back out. I'm energy's up. I'm IB 100. I'm just in there. We going. I'm ready. I'm back out there getting the money, and I need to go get a chest scan. They want to be in a chest X-ray, CT scan, right? And so okay, cool. So I had the paperwork and everything, got the orders. So I go over there, and lady said, "Do you have a He asked on the paperwork, "Do you have a pending COVID test?" I put yes because yes, I do have a pending. They took the test a couple of days back. Cool. Do you have your results? No, not yet. So I, gave her the paperwork. She called me up front. Says, do you have the results for your COVID test? I said, no, ma'am. Oh, we can't see you then. Huh? What kind of sense does that make? So if I haven't had a test, you would see me. But if I have been tested but have not got the results back, you won't see me. That makes no sense to me. I guess I should have lied. I should have lied on your form. That's what you just told me in my brain. That's what I told the lady. I said, you know what? Forget. Okay, fine. I don't know. I've just got this pain to where I had to take micro breaths the entire time. Now, while I'm feeling great, my energy is off the roof. I'm having to take micro breaths because inhaling hurts so much.
Mm.
So I'm going
Mm.
because I can't inhale.
Right.
And so I'm okay. I gotta go to a doctor. I gotta go to emergency. Something's wrong. And I'm telling you, as I'm driving, brother Eric, and everybody watching, I'm driving down the highway, and everything in my soul said this to me: "You are not gonna make it." Because I was gonna drive home, drop the car, have Sister Tracy take me to the emergency room. Because I was that bad. I just know it. Everything inside my body and my mind and my soul said, "You are not gonna make it home. You're gonna die." Everything inside, I kid you not. I'm driving on the highway. It says, "You're not going to make it." And I went, "Oh, Allah, what was that?" I'm like, "Pull over now." So I got off the highway. The first hospital near me, I went in there. I went into the emergency room. I said, "Something's wrong." So they ended up getting me in there, chest x-rayed. They threw me in the COVID wing. First thing they did. Big sign says, "Welcome to Camp COVID." And so they threw me in a COVID wing. So, Brother Eric, how'd you know? Because I called you and let you know, keep you up. I need somebody to know I'm up in here and where I'm at and what's going on. I ain't finna just let these people do me. And so I get in there and they running all the tests, they x-rays, all this stuff they doing, they blood tests, they pumping me full of the IV stuff. Then they first started giving me just this bag after bag after bag of what's the other stuff, the when you got a toothache, antibiotics.
Okay.
They started shoving antibiotics in my system. Bag after bag after bag. They dropped one bag, put another one in. They didn't even know what was wrong with me. They just start pumping.
Said that.
Start doing
I remember
the
you said that
antibiotics.
when we were talking to the hospital.
Yes, sir. Antibiotics. So they tested me for TB, HIV, everything, R2D2, 3PO, everything. They test them for everything, right? They want to make sure I got nothing. And finally, after about 2 days of them testing and blood and all this stuff, and every bag imaginable of all this stuff, then they said the infectious disease doctor came in and said, "You got valley fever."
Wow.
We looked at your blood and we saw the levels were high. Levels are high, and we got to get that down. So they swapped out. I had 2 IVs going. It was crazy in 2 different arms. I said, "Well, why am I still doing the antibiotics?" Oh, we can stop that. Oh, we can stop.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And so I'm taking pictures of everything they give, anything they want to give me. I'm taking pictures and sending them to make. I ain't going out like that. And so I tell you, brother, after he said that, and there was a Filipino doctor that came in, and he talked to me about it. He said valley fever. He said Black and Filipino people suffer from valley fever more than any other population on the planet.
Okay. I'm not sure if your video froze. Can you hear me?
He said particularly Black and Filipino males.
Okay. Okay, we look like we've
Okay, there
lost
you go. There
Mr.
you go.
Okay, you back? Okay,
You got
good.
yes,
You
sir.
stopped at Black and
Yes.
Filipino males. That's when the video froze.
Yes, suffer. Yes, sir. Black and Filipino males suffer from valley fever more so than any other ethnic group on the planet. Right.
Okay.
And so he's sharing me these things with me. He says, well, we got to get you on. We got to get them levels down in your blood. We got to get the levels of this fungus down. Because what valley fever is, it's a fungal infection. It's
Right.
a spore in the dust found in most Western states. Most people get it like in the valley areas because there's a lot more dust kicked up. Right.
Right.
And so what happens, say you can inhale a dust spore. He says some people get valley fever and never knew they had it because you thought you got a cold or a flu.
Mm.
And your body ends up containing the spore, and you get better and you keep moving with life. He said, but if they do a chest X-ray, they'll show spots on your lungs.
Wow.
Yeah, be valley fever. And so and I noticed that when I went to a hospital before, because I'll tell you, let me say this, because I'll circle real back real quick, brother Eric. I was dealing with one of my medical clients early one morning, and something was wrong. And it's just in me, and I thought I was having a heart attack.
Right.
I thought I was having a heart. Something was not right. So I stopped by a little quickie mart, got some low dose aspirin real quick, just something just to kind of
Right.
get the blood
Right.
moving.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
And
Right.
so so I dropped him off, and I went right to an emergency room, checked in. They hooked me up with the EKGs, KGs, everything. They hooked me all up, had me wired down. And CK said, "No, it's not. Nothing wrong with your heart. Your heart's
Right.
fine."
Mm-hmm.
They did a chest X-ray. They said, "We see there's some spots on your lungs, but nothing looks like nothing to be cause for concern." Now this was before the valley fever diagnosis.
Okay.
And so then fast forward those months. That's when I shortness of breath, not feeling great, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. So what happens is that when I started doing the antifungal, one of the side effects is kidney. You can lose your kidney. It can blow your kidneys out.
When you say antifungal, are you talking about what they gave you in the hospital?
Yes, sir. What the doctor prescribed, the
Okay.
medication to help deal with the valley fever, to
Wow.
try to get the fungus under control.
Okay.
Now I realize I've had this for years, many years,
Mm-hmm.
not knowing what it was, because I had like athlete's feet. I thought it was just athlete's foot because I'm wearing tennis shoes and blah blah blah, and a couple of toenails looked like okay, got a little fungal nail fungus. I tried the topical stuff, not knowing it was in my blood. It was inside.
Wow.
So I had it for a year, many years, and didn't know it. And so what he told me, he said, what happens is, he said, you had a weakened immune system, weakened immune moment,
Mm.
and it gave that fungus the ability to go attack. Go ahead, get him now, because of that weakened moment. And so, with all that being said, I finally got released from the hospital. They kicked me out of Camp COVID after 2 days. I think that's their line. I'm not gonna say, but I think 2 days they count you as a case. Click. They shove me downstairs. Oh, you're not one of them. Let's get him downstairs, and they stop checking on you as much. Anyway, then at some point I say, okay, look, you're gonna stop all these things y'all having me do. We know what it is now. You can stop now. No more blood, this and this, that. Just do minimal stuff. Finally, I get out of there, and so I said, well, I know what made me feel better. I know what helped me feel better. When I was at my worst, I knew what I did to help me feel better. And so I kept doing the IB 100. Now my energy is, I'm back to working out now. I went from bedridden to working out again. Wow. 3 days a week, I'm back working out. Man, this is great. I'm doing my IB 100 as recommended. Cool. Everything's great and wonderful. And then you and I were talking, and you were trying to understand what it was I had been dealing with.
Right.
And I was telling you that I said, man, I don't want to lose my kidneys behind this. I've met one of my customers who that's what happened with him. He ended up going to the doctor for something else. They prescribed some medication. The medication they had him took blew both his kidneys out. Now he's on dialysis.
Right.
Unless he gets a kidney transplant.
Right.
This dude used to be like tall football dude. You see him now, man, he's a shell of his former self. Dialysis takes a lot out of you.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm not trying to go down that road.
Right.
They prescribe, they don't care. They're like, hey, take this. Oh, by the way, it could blow your kidneys out.
Right.
So at some point, I'm taking. He's got me at the maximum dosage, like extreme case dosage, like you probably gonna die dosage. So he had me taking the Mac, and I'm like, at some point, like my lower back, my kidneys and lower back start. I'm getting this pain. I'm like, something's not right. I gotta dial this down. So I go back to him. I'm like, we gotta. Something's not right, dude. I can feel it.
Wow.
I'm struggling. And he's okay. Well, let's drop it down. So dropped it down. The cough started coming back, and it was like, well, we got to get you back up. He's panicking because you don't want this to get into your organs, because that's where people die from valley fever. Is if the fungus starts attacking your organs, that's where people lose their lives.
Okay.
It starts attacking organs, and so what he did is say, okay, go back up. I tried to go back up. I said, no, I gotta monitor this myself. So let me taper it down a little bit. You know what? Let me talk to my brother, because we have people. Why am I only talking to these people who it's been proven that they not my best friend, not even a good acquaintance? So I said, we have people like yourself, Brother Victor, who know what they're talking about. Right. It's not like he read a book, and I'm not talking about somebody who just made some stuff up.
Right.
And so I said, well, let me talk to people who know what they're talking about. Let them know what I'm dealing with, and let them know what's going on beyond just the first part. Because the IB100 helped me with getting my energy back, the spirit back, my weight started picking. Okay, cool, I'm good. But then I know I'm still dealing with this fungus. And that's when you and I had a conversation. He said, brother, let me talk to Brother Victor. He's got something in the works. I'll get back to you. And when you got back to me, that's when you got back to me with the OU7. That's what the OU7, yeah, the OU7. So that's what I've been doing. And so it allowed me to taper off. Now, this is not medical advice. I ain't suggesting nobody do nothing. Talk to your medical professional. Talk to your doctor, your primary care people. Let them guide you the way you need to be guided from them. You do what you got to do. I'm doing what's best for me. Right. And so what I did, I said, let me go to a lower dose based on my research. And then also make sure I take what I know is effective from hands that look like me, from minds that think like me, for people that care about people that look like me. Come on. So I started doing the OU7, and I'm telling you, I was having this pain because I realized that because I went down on the other medication, I had this pain in my glute, in my hip and glute. And I'll tell you, I met a lady today. Her dog had got valley fever, and it attacked his hips. He said he could move. He would just lay there. She said he was in so much pain, and me too. I've been in so much pain over the last month. I told my trainer, maybe it's something we did with a leg day or something. It was just I now wake up in absolute pain, pain all day, every day, 24/7 pain. Yes, sir. I'm like, oh Allah, I think this got into my hip muscle and my hip joints. I'm like, oh man, okay, hey, if this is my lot in life, this would it. But I'm going out a champion. I'm going out a soldier. If y'all gonna put me in the ground, janaza me, it ain't gonna be because I punked out. I can tell you that. And I ain't going down without a swing, right? And so what I started doing the OU7, and I'm telling you, brother Eric, and everybody watching, I faithfully every night, going. Like starting yesterday and today was the first 2 days that I got up, and it was a twinge, but I'm like, where's the pain? Because I gotten so used to it being like my friend. Like, hey, you're with me all day, every day. I'm in pain. I'm punching it and trying to, man. But yesterday and today specifically was the first day where I'm like, what's different? Why is that pain not there like that? Why am I not in excruciating pain right now? Right. Either it got so worse that I don't know it's pain, or it got better. It got better. Right. It got better. And so I said, oh, okay. Now here, watch. Now here's what I really wanted to go early, and then I'll wrap this up, brother Eric. you know, something I realized where I said what revealed to me, and I realized why I had hesitated when you told me. Now I look, I'm the Arizona rep. You got to be a product of the product, right?
Wow.
Allah put a circumstance in my life by would make me a product of the product,
Mm-hmm.
so I can speak from experience. And
Right.
so, what would make me? Watch this. Here's the question: what would make me? Well, I've known you for 30 years, right? We've had our highs and lows, a whole bunch of highs, though very few lows, right? And and that's what's made us just brothers. And we got in the trenches together. And and what would make me hesitate? What would make me hesitate? When my brother says, "Brother, come pick up the supplement."
Mm.
Okay, ha ha ha, brother. It's right. I got it for you, brother. What? Do you need me to bring it to you? No. What would? Why? Why no? Why would I? Why wouldn't I? Why would I go through just pain and agony and 104-degree temperature and just can't move, sweating profusely, coughing uncontrolled? Why would I do that? Why would it take me so long to make the choice? And here's what I realized, Brother Eric, is something that we got to overcome. It's something we got to overcome. The love of our enemies and the distrust of our own.
There you
I
go.
realized that's what I was suffering from. A love
Right.
of our enemies and a distrust of my own. Oh, Brother Victor can't be a biomedical research scientist extraordinary. He can't be that. Black people ain't that great.
Mm.
What's wrong with your brain, Brother Rodney? That you won't trust your brother? Wow. What kind of Muslim in the Nation of Islam are you that you got a brother that's qualified? He's not a holistic health practitioner. No disrespect to the game. No disrespect to the game. But I meant that.
Right. Right. Right.
This different, way different. Not even in the same arena. So why? So why wouldn't I trust that? What was inside of me? And I realized that's what it was, Brother Eric. A love of my enemy and a distrust of my own. And I said, you got to eradicate that because that's going to be the major hindrance towards progress, personal progress and community-based progress. If I'm secretly harboring distrust of one another. Well, I don't know. Maybe it ain't going. It's probably not going. This I don't know. Black people don't really know what they do. You know, we don't. All the stuff we've been told by enemies. All the stuff. Oh my good. And so that was the revelation. I realized that was the problem. Where I could have gotten better and gotten results a lot earlier.
Right. Right.
Had I just had trust in myself. And looking at my black self, looking at my brother, saying, "Man, Brother Victor, his resume is nice."
Yeah.
He
To
no,
say the least. To say the least. He's
man.
let's just say he's the best in the business there is. So
Brother,
if you're gonna have an opportunity to deal with somebody, you might want to have the opportunity to deal with him.
yes, sir.
So
So this is not biased. This is not. I mean, only skin in the game is my health, right? It's not a paid promotion. This is real stuff for me. And so am I out of the woods completely? Nah, but I'm still taking my supplements. I'm still doing what I gotta do. I'm still working out. I'm still eating right. It's not a one-stop shop. You just do this and you're done in life. There's a
well, most
lifestyle
people,
change you want to put in. Go ahead.
a lot of people don't understand that you've had years in. See, I didn't know until you just said what you said that you had been dealing with it all of that time.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just from the point of where you brought it to my attention. And of
Right.
course, valley fever is something that's readily contracted here in this area. But for you to say that and say what you're saying now, and just the magnitude of people that I deal with daily with life-threatening diseases and talking to them, it does take time. Homeostasis is not something that your body just goes back to automatically. You have
Right.
to give it time to heal what's been damaged. And of course, the deleterious effects of pharmaceutical drugs, which most of them do um, destroy your kidneys. That's
Mm-hmm.
just the case. I didn't know that this is the first time I heard that about the antibiotic that you were taking.
Mhm.
So the OU7 is a product that carries a full strength of the IB100 and a full strength of the IB19. And those two combined have the ability to deal with fungi and bacteria and protozoa infections and viral infections, which are the major components of the ill health that we have right now. So to hear what you're saying, and I thank you for sharing that, with our listening audience, because
Yes.
2 years ago, Mr. Victor Muhammad offered to any person that would take it, and of course the people that look like himself even more so, that if you've been diagnosed with cancer or other things to where that they have said that these things are not treatable, give us an opportunity to look at it. And so
Mhm.
we can't force anybody. We reach out for people. But in most cases, because we look like them and because the people that have assigned themselves the knowledge over the last 6,000 years say that this is what you should do, most people just go with them. However, in that decision making process, the average of those who actually get well is greater. I mean, that don't get well is greater than those that do get well. So in the end, the treatment is normally the cause of their demise. And we have to look at the new health paradigm that Mr. Victor Muhammad is bringing about, to where giving the body an exogenous source of a protein that allows the body, not the substance, but it allows the body to identify what's wrong with the body, then the body naturally does what it would have done if it wasn't compromised. So
Right.
it's not, your body's just like, oh, this is what we normally do. We got a little bit more of what we normally do, so now we can overcome where your body is. And I think until we really begin to look at that like that, then we'll suffer some of the things that you've explained. So we're a little over time tonight, but we thank you for your review of the supplement. Anything you want to say in closing?
Don't hesitate. Trust the people that look like you, that have your best interests at heart. One thing I say about Brother Victor, he is no nonsense when it comes to wellness, and being healthy and doing good, clean, healthy things. He is a no nonsense brother when it comes to that, and that's the thing that I value most about him. And then you've been just nonstop in making sure this is available, giving the people who have gotten benefits a chance to talk about their experiences. And so now that those of you who are on the fence, or you trying to wonder whether brother Rod, brother Rodney ain't one that I ain't got to mix my words, I promise you. And so I'm not saying this for no other reason outside of I wanted to give my testimony of what I was dealing, and none of you knew. Only a handful of people I allowed to even know what was going on with me. Most people didn't know I was in the hospital, and then the people that found out, they didn't care no way or how anyway, right? And so it's all right. They on my list, and so
uh,
but no, thank you, brother. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I pray that everybody reaches out, and for not for themselves, for their family, for those that they love and care about.
we thank you for giving us your review of IB100 and OU7. We thank the listening audience for tuning in. You can find us at natures, natures v.com. And we'll give everybody the greetings and thank you for tuning in. Good night. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad.
And so thank you, brother.